The Nintendo 64, released in 1996, was Nintendo's first ever home console in 3D. It has two of the best games, which is Super Mario 64 and The Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time. But the real question is why its controller is shaped like this. Development on the Nintendo 64 began in 1993, initially under the codename Project Reality. This collaborative effort with Silicon Graphics aimed to create a graphics processor that would bring 3D gaming to the forefront. The Nintendo 64 was designed as a successor to the Super Nintendo Entertainment System. Now these two look mostly identical to each other, but there's only three differences. The prototype controller is black and white, has a different joystick design, and probably has a sticker label supposed to be on the middle top. The final version that we have, it's in color. A whole different joystick design, which was a flop. Instead of a sticker label on the middle top, it has the Nintendo logo. The Nintendo 64 controller's unique shape was designed to support different control schemes for 2D and 3D games, and to allow for alternative grip configurations. It's meant to be held in one of three positions, each optimized for specific types of gameplay. Even though we have third-party controllers, like the Brawl Fighters controller. Here's a breakdown of the design. The controller's three distinct grips were intended to be held by the player's hands, allowing for different combinations of buttons and controls to be accessible. By holding the outer grips, players could use the D-pad and face buttons for 2D games, mirroring the layout of the Super NES controller. The Nintendo 64 controller's analog stick is known to have issues with stick drift and becoming loose over time, often described as a flop. This is due to the design of the stick and the plastic-on-plastic friction in the internal mechanisms. While not as severe as modern Joy-Con drift, the Nintendo 64 stick's resting state wasn't always perfectly centered, and prolonged or intense use could exacerbate the issue. Mario Party, on the Nintendo 64, required rapidly rotating the analog stick, caused hand injuries due to its mini-games that, resulting in blisters, 90 complaints, and eventually settled with the New York Attorney General's office. That is all for now.
Bye-bye!